Hi, everybody. I'm Jenny, and this is like Take Two, where I share my harrowing escape from Mormon tradwife life. The United States population is shrinking, and we all know how men feel about shrinkage. So statisticians and government officials and pastors are running around the world going, oh my God, what do we do? And they're all trying to figure out, why aren't women having babies? Well, let me give you the answer to that question. First of all, y'all are asking the complete wrong question. You shouldn't be asking, why aren't women having babies? What you need to ask yourselves is, why the hell would any woman want to have a baby? We've all watched our grandmas and our moms become the moms with benefits to these half-raised boys. And we've seen how unhappy they are in their marriages. We've seen them sacrifice everything to take care of everybody. We've then seen 50% of them abandoned and end up in divorce, where their finances are destroyed forever because they stayed home with kids, didn't get their educations, didn't have any work experience. We've then seen them struggle with high conflict divorces where their poor kids are bounced 50-50 from their house to his house. We all know the data. We've seen charts like this where men, after their first babies, their little incomes go up, 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 and ours go like down the crapper automatically. And honestly, I think that we all understand now that the Norman Rockwell pictures and Ballerina Farm, they are propaganda that has absolutely no reality behind that picture perfect shot. And that hefty dose of reality combined with the fact that we can live independent, autonomous lives without the financial support of any male is a deadly combination for societal fertility rates. And I think it's about damn time. After all, our population is not meant to support humanity or the earth or other animal or vegetable species on our planet. Our population expansion is to replace workers, replace the military, and replace the consumers. And frankly, I don't give a fuck about replacing any of that stuff anymore. I was listening to something the other night. I don't know, was it PBS? And they were talking about the declining population and just how this is catastrophic for America. We cannot survive this. And they were talking about how that there are all of these master planned suburbs in Texas, and there aren't going to be enough people to fill them. And I thought, good. It's time for a reset. And the women are in charge of that reset right now. I hear from a lot of women around the globe every day. And here's something that I'm hearing in conversations, comments, and DMs. We do not care about borders, boundaries, policies, politics. We don't care about national identity. We don't care about flags and languages and any of that shit. Women care more about human-to-human connection than any of the men that I'm hearing from anywhere. I don't have any data to support this, just reading my own comments, DMs, and having conversations with other humans. This is just the Jenny take. Women historically have opposed wars, invasions, colonization. So in general, I haven't heard one single woman who gives a rat's ass if the American population just implodes. Back to the question of, why would any woman want to have a baby? I was once a young Mormon girl who was born and raised to be nothing but a stay-at-home mom, now termed trad wife by people on social media. And I obliged. Got married at age 20 and started popping out baby after baby after baby. Adopted one. Had another baby. 5 total. And 24 years of investing and dedicating my life to being smart and frugal and a good citizen and contributing to society and raising children and being a good wife, that all collapsed around me. And guess what? There are no safety nets for displaced homemakers. Within a couple of months, I was sleeping in my car with a stack of red Solo cups that were my urinal overnight. That is what America does to women. I know countless single moms, countless former stay-at-home moms like myself, countless grandmas and current mothers who are living lives of poverty where all they do is cook and clean and take care of their husband's stuff, and especially the blue collar trad wives who are always just a little bit below middle class income. It's not a good life. Some of them are lucky to have good husbands where at least they have love. They don't have security, but a lot of them don't. Men have not evolved and caught up with the women in 2024. So many women are opting out. There is the West 4Bs, now there's the 5Bs, 6Bs, and 7Bs if you want to go super feminist, which I have a partner. I love him, and we're definitely going to stay together, but maybe I could be like 6.5 Bs. We'll see. So I'd like to share with you a little story from my life. Again, married at age 20, baby. Then my marriage collapsed. And as I posted on Facebook, and some of my old boyfriends from back in high school and college saw that I was now a single girl, a couple of them reached out to me. One boy that had an incredibly successful music career and fulfilled all of his wildest dreams that I had dated when I was a 19-year-old girl, calls me on the phone one night. And as I sat on my couch, kind of catching up on the 25-year gap in which we hadn't had any contact, he asked me a question that still hurts my stomach to this day. He knew that I had been very musically talented. We had sung together. He knew that I had dreams of performing, and maybe not professionally, but engaging in community theater and pursuing whatever musical pathway I possibly could. So here's the question that Andrew from Canada asked me. He said, "Jenny, where have you used your voice? Tell me about all of the singing that you've done." And in that moment, I felt several sensations. First of all, this dissociation, like this man doesn't understand what it's like to be a woman and raise 5 kids, one of whom was a drug baby, all in an 11-year time span with an abusive, deranged, missing in action husband, with huge, massive homes to upkeep and decorate and homemade food to grind the wheat and pull the eggs out from under my own backyard chicken. He has no idea the sheer amount of time and energy that went into just surviving every day and making sure that I kept the kids alive and happy. I also felt worthless and stupid and embarrassed that I hadn't worked harder to use my voice and all of the vocal coaching and singing and competing that I had done growing up before my marriage. I felt like I had probably dropped the ball and buried my talents, and there was something wrong with me. But more than anything, I realized that I had been robbed because I lacked something that Andrew from Canada had in spades, and that is rich, white, male privilege. Not that Andrew from Canada hadn't worked. He got up in the morning and ate the breakfast that his wife cooked for him and headed off to his job and came home and ate the dinner that his wife cooked for him. But then he had evenings and weekends and big swaths of time off to pursue his passion. I went and watched him in a couple of musicals after we reconnected, and I would have never had the time to do the things that he was doing because I was up at 4 a.m. nursing this baby, and then 6 a.m. changing that toddler's diaper, and then 6:30 getting the rest of the kids dressed and ready for school, and then driving the carpool, and then back for nap time and bottles and cleaning the house and doing all the grocery shopping and the laundry and making sure that my husband's stuff came home from the dry clean. And while Andrew was off singing in Les Mis, I was still doing homework and bathing kids and getting everybody in bed and running the vacuum and finally collapsing in bed myself so I could do it all over the next day. Having children for me was like deciding to jump into quicksand. And I never climbed back out. Shrinking population is not a shock.